Welcome back to what I believe is my third video on my channel now, and I urge you to stick to the end of the video because there's a lot of things I want to cover that will improve your life for the better if you actually take them seriously and implement them in your own life. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, everything with the AI evolution and everything that's going on with crypto, and these two kind of shaking the entire global financial system and also capitalism as a whole. And due to that, we will have to adapt our financials, our jobs, our careers, and work around all of these changes. But there are some things that will always stay constant, that at least I will do, no matter what changes goes on in the world. As long as I'm a living, breathing human, I will always do these things until the day I'm on my deathbed. And I'm going to share those things with you today. And I know that the things I'm about to share might sound like a self-help guru just spitting out crazy hacks and techniques. That sounds very fugazi, but I assure you that these things has worked 100% of the times for me since I started doing them. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't always done these things. I didn't even know about the entire self-help kind of sphere for the longest time, and it's something that's fairly new to me. But when I found out about it, I dove in with my head first and tried to learn as much as possible. And I actually started by studying the elites, the 1% of the society, the people at absolute top, the high achievers. And I studied and I wanted to find out what the common traits are amongst these people that they are doing that the 99% of the population are not. And I took those common traits, I adopted them, and I've been running with them ever since, and I've only seen positive results since then. So number one, journaling. Journaling was a game changer for me from the day I started doing it. And I actually have I've had a couple of books. I fill them out quite fast. I have this one currently, and then I also have this one, each for their own purposes. And the main purpose of journaling is becoming and working on your self-awareness, working on being more aware of yourself and your surroundings. I had issues when I was growing up about being self-aware. I wasn't really self-aware. I wasn't aware about myself, my shortcomings, the good and bad stuff about me. And as I grew, my self-awareness naturally progressed. But once I actually started writing my journal, that progression skyrocketed. And just to give you a concrete example of how I write my journals, because there's a ton of different techniques you can do to write a journal. There are a lot of articles online, a lot of people that do journaling in their own way. And this is how I do it. I sit down each evening and reflect back on the day I just had. I start off by listing 3 things I'm grateful for. I follow up by writing a reflection on the day before. So it doesn't have to be reflection on the day, it could be around anything, but it's a good benchmark to start with the day you just had and just writing down your thoughts and ideas on paper. I follow up with a letter to my future self. So when I the next day sit down to write my journal, I can look back at this letter, this short sentence, and see what I felt was important the day before, because thoughts are fleeting. Thoughts comes and go, feelings comes and go, and this is why we put stuff down on paper to remind ourselves that something was important to us at some point in time. I follow up with a couple of goals. So it could be I need to meditate more, or I need to cram out more work in my work hours. And next to that, I write the actions to actually fulfill these goals. So I might write down I need to meditate 10 minutes and I need to complete full work blocks when I work. And the last thing I write in my journal is a to-do list. So it might be stuff that just recently popped up. Maybe I need to get my passport the next day, or I need to book tickets for something. The to-do list is more a reminder so I don't forget things that just recently popped up. That's how I do it. You might do it in a completely different way, but I urge you to at least get one of these books. It doesn't have to be this one. You might already have a book at home. Get one, get a pen, and sit down each evening and just reflect back on your day. Start small. You don't have to start with a very structured journal. It can be very simple. As I did in the beginning, I just wrote on a blank page how my day was, my thoughts, what was good, what was bad about the day, what I need to work on, and what I did good and need to stick to. Number 2, consistency. Now, this is more of a abstract thing, but consistency is something I found so important, because if we take and break down the year into days, we have 365 days. And in all of those days, I do the same things. I wake up at the same time, I work out, I have my routines that I do, my evening and morning routine. And I do more or less the same things each and every day. And I would say I'm motivated to do those things about 100 days a year. And the rest of the days, it's pure consistency that drives me to actually do these things. And to be honest, I'm not really motivated to record this video, and I'm not motivated to edit it after. I'm not motivated to go to the gym after, and I'm not motivated to do my evening work on my company after that. And I'm not motivated to wake up tomorrow and do the same thing over again. But this is the exact thing that got me from being dead broke to now earning over $10,000 a month. I'm good, and it's all thanks to consistency, because I actually respect consistency more than I respect my motivation that I have now and then. Motivation is for the uncertain, and consistency is for the winners. That is a mantra that I carry with me all the time, and that enforces me to continue work on my consistency. Number 3, meditation. You might have the same thought about meditation that I had in the beginning. I didn't understand it. I didn't know what the benefits of it were. And I found it to be very, guru, yoga, fugazi type, kind of made up thing. But once you actually start doing meditation and just starting small, doing 5 to 10 minutes each and every day, and you see the results stack up, you start to respect it a lot more. And meditation has helped me with my entire well-being, lowering my anxiety, my stress, increasing my self-awareness and focus. And to be honest, I would never want to go back to the days where I didn't meditate each and every day. And it has been such a huge impact on my life. And just as I said, starting off small, start off by doing 5 minutes. Or if 5 minutes is too much for you, start off with 2 minutes. Just start somewhere to get a feel for it and understand what it is. And just as journaling, there are a lot of different techniques and ways of meditating. But what I do is I sit upright in a quiet room, I close my eyes, and all I'm trying to do in my head is just to make sure that my head is clear from any thoughts. So as soon as a thought comes in, I make sure that it goes out the same second, or just make sure that it evaporates. I try to keep my mind completely clean from any thoughts and just focus on my breathing. And I do this for 10 minutes each and every day. I know a lot of people that do mantras, so they have a mantra that they repeat to themselves for 10 minutes straight. You find what suits you the best, but at least start doing it, and start small. Start by doing just a couple minutes, because it is harder than you think. But the value you get from it is so big that you will never want to go back from it. Number 4, working out and health. Working out and maintaining a healthy lifestyle is the pinnacle of everything in my entire life. So everything I do starts off with having a healthy body. I'm not able to maintain my businesses. I'm not able to maintain my relationships if I do not have a good health. If I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not able to respect the other aspects of my life. And just simply working out a couple days a week, you don't have to have the same routine as Cristiano Ronaldo. You can just start off small and do some kind of exercises. And you don't even have to start with doing workouts each and every week. You can start off by cutting out crap that you put in your body. So cut out all the sugary drinks, all the candy, all the sweets, chips, whatever it is. Just cut that out. I'm very strict with what I put in my body. So I do not drink any sugary drinks. I exclusively drink water. When I'm going out on dinner, I might take a glass of wine, and that's it. And I don't eat candy. I don't eat sweets. I try to stay away from that. Of course, I'm human, so now and then I might fall back and grab a bag of chips. But generally, I'm very strict with what I put into my body. Last one, number 5, priorities. Prioritizing your life is a huge part of the entire self-help kind of journey that you go on. Making sure that you know the exact list of priorities that you have, so you can lay everything out on the table to present to yourself, but also the people in your life. People in my life, whether that is my friends, the person I'm dating, my family, whoever is in my close circle, they know where my priorities are, so there are no surprises on the way. That keeps my anxiety down, my stress down, knowing that I and everyone around me knows where my priorities lie. And just setting up your priorities will make you respect them a lot more. So if you have your career at the top, you will respect it a lot more than the things that follow beneath. So make sure that you have a clear priority list. This will make you more productive. It will make you reach your goals a lot faster. Priorities might change over time. So let's say that I'm 30, 40 and I have a wife, kids, an entire family to take care of. My priorities might change. But until then, my priorities are very strict. They're set to where they are, and I stick to it. And that will be it. That's just 5 out of a lot of things that I do each and every day that I know will stay constant that I know that I will not change no matter what kind of events happen in the world. As long as I'm living and breathing, I will stick to these things each and every day and make sure that I continue to improve on myself, no matter what happens with my career, my business, my financials. As long as I stick to these things and continue to develop myself as a person, I will be good. And I would love to hear what you guys think about this. What are your tips? What are the things that you are sure that you will continue doing down the line, no matter what happens in the world? What do you think about the things that I put forth? Let me know in the comments. I would love to learn from the people watching me. So that would be it. See you next week.